everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a communication tool that is so powerful, it can literally change the entire feel of a conversation. And yet, it's something most of us just don't think about. We're talking about the incredible impact of eye contact.
So let me ask you this. You ever been in that spot? You're explaining something, you're being super clear, but you just get this feeling that your words are kind of drifting into space. There's a disconnect, and you just can't figure out why. Well, what if I told you the answer might not be in what you're saying, but in how you look when you say it? We are going to totally deconstruct this powerful idea by breaking it down into what our source material here calls the pillars of connection. It's funny, the source material for this whole explainer really just boils this entire complex social skill down to one single sentence. This is going to be our guide. The goal is to be utilizing steady, appropriate visual engagement to establish trust, honesty, and confidence. So what's the payoff here? What do you get out of it? Well, when you get it right, eye contact builds three absolutely critical pillars in any interaction. We're talking trust, honesty, and confidence. Let's dig into each one.
All right, first up, trust. Just think about it for a second. When someone actually meets your gaze, they're sending you a powerful nonverbal message. They're saying, I'm here, I'm present, I'm open with you. That simple little act just starts to tear down walls and builds this immediate foundation of trust because it shows you've got nothing to hide.
And the second pillar is honesty. This one is, man, it's practically baked into our DNA. We are wired to instinctively connect a direct, steady gaze with sincerity. Shifty eyes make us feel suspicious, right? But looking someone in the eye, that's a near universal sign that says, hey, I believe what I'm saying, and you can too. And that leads us right to our third pillar, confidence. Holding eye contact just screams self-assurance. It gives your words weight, gravity. It shows you aren't just reading off a script. You actually believe in your own message, which, guess what? Makes other people believe in it too. Okay, so we've got the what and the why. But let's be real, that's only half the battle. How do we actually do this? How do we pull it off without coming across as, well, creepy? That's what we're going to get into right now with the art of engagement. And the whole secret is right there in those two little words from our source, steady and appropriate. This is not a staring contest, folks. It is all about finding that perfect balance, a gaze that's relaxed but still focused, that's consistent but doesn't turn into that intense, unbroken stare that makes everyone want to run for the hills. And you can really see the massive difference here. It's like two sides of a coin. On one side, you've got effective engagement, that steady, relaxed gaze, looking away naturally, a friendly, open vibe. And on the other side, you've got the connection killers, that intense stare, the shifty eyes, that vibe that's either aggressive or just plain nervous. One builds bridges, the other just burns them. And just look at the difference this makes. This chart really helps you see just how massively your visual engagement affects how confident people think you are. With poor eye contact, your perceived confidence is down in the gutter. But with steady, appropriate eye contact, whoosh, it skyrockets. The perception is completely different. So how can you start practicing this today? Here are three super simple, totally doable techniques. Okay, first, the triangle technique. Just gently shift your gaze from one of their eyes to the other, then briefly down to their mouth. Second, try the 5-second rule. Aim to hold their gaze for about 5 seconds before you naturally, briefly look away. And finally, be an active listener. This is huge. Pair your eye contact with nods and small reactions to show you're not just staring, you're actually with them. So when you put all of this together, you start to realize, hey, this isn't just some minor communication tip. No way. This is something way bigger. This is about unlocking your own hidden superpower. It really all boils down to this, doesn't it? You've got three powerful pillars: trust, honesty, and confidence. And they're all built on the foundation of one single skill. And what's the result? The potential for stronger, more real connections in literally every single area of your life. Because at the end of the day, here's the secret. Eye contact isn't really about seeing the other person. It's about having the confidence to allow yourself to be seen. It's that little moment of shared vulnerability that creates all true connection. So I'm just going to leave you with this one thought. You now know the mechanics. You know the incredible power behind this simple human act. The only question left is,
Now that you know, how are you going to use it to connect?